You ever notice that when you start thinking about buying a certain car, suddenly it's everywhere you look? That's not coincidence. That's your mind tuning its frequency. The law of attraction isn't some mystical fairy tale, it's focus made visible. What you constantly think about, you unconsciously move toward. And in this world, what you focus on expands. Let's explore that thought through the eyes of two very different minds, the guru and the scientist.
All right, let's talk about mindset. It's one of those words you hear absolutely everywhere, right? From self-help books to corporate boardrooms. But what does it really mean? And more importantly, can it actually truly change your life? Well, today we're going to dig in and find out.
You've heard this claim before, I'm sure of it. It's this incredibly powerful, really seductive idea that the only thing separating huge success from, well, failure, is what's going on inside your head, your mindset. But is it really that simple? I mean, can just changing your thoughts transform your entire reality? That is the big question we're going to tackle today. And we're going to look at it from two very different, very powerful angles. So first up, let's step into the world of the gurus. You know, this is the world of legends like Napoleon Hill and modern-day powerhouses like Tony Robbins. People who have built entire empires on the idea of the power of pure belief. The core idea here is really direct. It's this. The universe, in a way, listens to your thoughts. If you focus on wealth, on health, on success with this unbreakable belief, you will literally pull those things into your life. You can see why it's such an empowering message, right?
What's so interesting is how a classic book like Think and Grow Rich actually broke this down into a step-by-step formula. It's not just, wishful thinking. Step one, you need a white-hot, burning desire, not just a wish. Then you need absolute, unshakable faith. Step three is using what he called auto-suggestion, basically repeating your goals to yourself over and over to really program your subconscious mind. And finally, you just persist, no matter what.
In this quote, wow, it sums up the entire philosophy in one perfect sentence. I mean, this single line has been the guiding light for countless entrepreneurs and creators. It's this ultimate statement of human potential. It suggests that the only real limits out there are the ones we put on ourselves.
Okay, so that's a super compelling way to see the world. But what happens when we take these big ideas and put them under a microscope in a science lab? Well, let's step into the world of the researchers. For scientists, mindset isn't so much about attracting things from the universe. It's about how our beliefs about our own abilities actually shape how we behave. The pioneer here is Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck, and her work completely changed how we think about learning and achievement. So here's the key finding from all her research. People tend to fall into one of two groups. If you have a fixed mindset, you think something like, I'm just bad at math. And that's it, story over. But if you have a growth mindset, you think, I'm not great at math yet, but I can get better if I practice. It's such a tiny change in a sentence, but it makes a world of difference.
And you can see right here how those two beliefs lead to totally different actions. I mean, if you think your talent is fixed, why would you ever risk a challenge? Failing just proves you're not good enough. But with a growth mindset, a challenge isn't a threat. It's how you get better. A setback isn't the end of the world. It's just feedback. Effort isn't a sign you're bad at something. It's literally the path to getting good at it.
Okay, so on one hand, we have the guru saying, believe it and it will happen. And on the other, we have the researchers saying, your belief about your ability to grow changes how you act. And right here, this is where those two worlds collide.
So let's take a classic claim from the guru world. It's simple, it's powerful, and it puts all the power and all the responsibility squarely on your shoulders. The logic is, if you're not rich, well, it must be because your mindset is wrong.
But when scientists look at what actually leads to financial success, the picture is a little more complicated. Now, what's really fascinating here is that mindset is absolutely on the chart. It's a real significant factor, but it's just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. A puzzle that also includes your education, the opportunities around you, your background, and critically, the actual actions you take.
So let me be clear. Science does not say mindset is worthless. Not at all. In fact, it kind of proves how important it is, but it frames it differently. See, a growth mindset doesn't magically make money appear.
A growth mindset is what pushes you to keep learning, to try new things, and to get back up after your new business idea doesn't work out. It fuels the actions that actually lead to success.
So, all of this brings us to the most important question: what do we do with all this information? How do we actually use this stuff? Let's build ourselves a practical approach.
You know, the biggest mistake here is to think you have to pick a side, that you're either a believe it and it will happen person or a cold, hard scientist. No way. The real power comes when you combine them. When you take the motivation and the big vision from the gurus and mix it with the evidence-based strategies from the researchers.
And this is a great way to look at it. Think of it like a translation guide. The guru says, believe it, achieve it. The researcher refines that to adopt a growth mindset to build the resilience you need to achieve it. The guru says, banish all negative thoughts. The researcher says, hey, don't ignore real problems. Acknowledge them and then build a strategy to beat them. It's about taking that burning desire and combining it with smart, deliberate practice.
So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. Your mindset is not a magic wand. You can't just wave it and have your dreams appear. It's a toolbox. A growth mindset is the hammer you use to build things, the wrench you use to fix what's broken, and the grit that just keeps you going when it gets tough.
Think about it. The belief you have about your own ability to learn and adapt, it's one of the few things in life you have total control over. It's not the whole story of success, for sure, but it is the part where you get to write the first chapter. So the real question isn't whether you can just think your way to success. The question is, how are you going to use this incredibly powerful tool to build the life you want, one step at a time?
So whether you call it energy, vibration, or simple awareness, the truth remains the same. Your mind doesn't wait for proof, it creates it. That's why when you picture that car, that opportunity, or the life you want, the universe rearranges itself to show you it's possible. Now the question isn't whether the law of attraction works. It's whether you're focused enough to notice it working. Think bigger, focus sharper, and watch your world catch up.